Jennifer Say, founder and CEO of XXXY Athletes, joins us now. Michele Tafoya, Minnesota Senate candidate, former NFL sideline reporter. Both were at that Fever game yesterday and join us now. And ladies, it's good to see you. Michele, I want to start with you. How do you describe the WNBA?
You know, I full disclosure, when the WNBA debuted, I was one of 3 announcers to be a play-by-play announcer for the league nationally. It was Hannah Storm, myself, and Robin Roberts. And I did the games with Reggie Miller, and it was a celebration of women and excellence among women. And we were excited and proud, and it was celebratory. After all, it is the WNBA. So now they just seem to be... some people have said the W stands for woke. I'm astonished because it has this opportunity to absolutely catapult the women's game into another level with people like Caitlin Clark. And they're just punishing Sophie for having a spine that nobody else has, and that's why she's my hero, along with the other guest you have here, Jennifer Say.
I know, and absolutely, it's sad because what this league was supposed to be was something wonderful for women. It's a terrible league, is what it is now. I mean, this is humiliating to watch this, and I mean, it's almost everybody. I mean, this poor girl on the Indiana Fever is like on an island right now. Jennifer, outside, you were both at the game. Outside, you were there rallying with other Sophie Cunningham supporters. You had trans activists, of which there are, of course, many, trying to disrupt you for doing that. You posted photos at the game. You were told to take down a sign of yours that supported Sophie Cunningham. You say there was a double standard when they asked you to take that sign down. Tell us that story.
Well, I do want to say this. Michele was there with me outside. We outnumbered the trans activists by at least 10 to 1. So the culture is shifting. I just want to be really clear about that. They only had a few people. I mean, they were super loud and they wouldn't let us talk, and they were incredibly obscene in the names they called us, the kind, intolerant left. But we outnumbered them. We were peaceful. We were having fun. We were giving people T-shirts and thanking Sophie. We don't want Sophie to feel alone. You're right. She is alone in the league. Many of us have felt alone in the last few years doing this, and we want her to know that she's supported. But I will tell you that. Go ahead.
No, that clarification is really important. I'm glad to hear that you in the fan base is normal, which I think we should expect. But in the league itself, this is abysmal, right?
It is, but they don't reflect. Here's what I will tell you. Being inside the arena, the way the game was edited, it was shown on television in the Jumbotron, was not what was happening on the ground. What was happening on the ground with me and Riley is we were getting hugs and high fives, and people were asking for her autograph, and they were thanking both of us, and they were buying us drinks and snacks. The way that it was reflected on TV was that every person there was wearing a trans kid's shirt. So the institutions they're not on board.
They're totally
yet,
against you.
They are, but the people are with us, so we're going to win. That's what I'm saying.
Let me just show a prime example of that, and it's kind of like living under a regime, which is the way I feel for these people when they're at these news conferences, these press conferences after the game. Caitlin Clark, I have no idea what her politics are, but she's certainly not going to reveal them in this moment. Take a listen to this.
I think for us, it's not really a discussion we really have in our locker room. I think it's for leagues and the governing bodies to work with their athletes to find solutions.
Do you have any, reaction to the...
I just answered for you.
I mean, Michele, she's sitting right next to a coach that is crazy town, and she plays for that coach. I don't know what she believes, but she sure as hell didn't look comfortable having to answer a question.
Well, I'll tell you what, there are some people in the world who just really don't want to get into political topics. And I will give her some grace on this because she has been a target from the get-go. From the time she stepped foot into the league, she has been a target. So I can understand why maybe her advisors or people are saying, you don't have to wade into this. And maybe even Sophie is telling her, Caitlin, I got you. You don't have to wade into this. I don't know that for sure, but I will give her grace on that. I will say one thing about the broadcasting team saying, hey, let's go listen to Cheryl Reeve. They never said, go listen to what Sophie said in her, when she was interviewed by ESPN, and how thoughtful and genuine and loving her comments were.
ESPN has gotten so ugly, and I totally agree with on Caitlin. There was a lot of people saying she was a coward for not standing up. You know, at the end of the day, what you know, she's just trying to be a basketball player. You know, you can't blame her for just wanting to leave it alone. It's such a ridiculous topic anyway. Jennifer Say, Michele Tafoya, good to see you both. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmidt tonight on Newsmax.